and welcome everyone to Selective Preparation Power Thinking Skills. Today we'll be looking at 8 questions from Test 38 Thinking Skills, just so you guys can reconsolidate what we've done in the test. Let's have a look at the first one. This first question was to do with flaws in reasoning. So we had to look for some key flaws in Pallavi's reasoning. Pallavi says that because there were 3 races and a medal is awarded to each individual winner if they finished in the top 3, he would have to buy 9 medals. Now, is this correct or wrong? Well, this could be a possibility if there were 9 different recipients, right? Sorry, if there were 3 recipients and they all won the 3 individual races. But the issue is sometimes if one medal is awarded to each individual winner and one winner wins more than one race, then you don't need to buy the 9 medals because only 1 medal is required for each winner. So the flaw that he made was forgetting to include that kind of consideration and just automatically deciding that he needs to buy 9 medals. So the answer here is A. Okay, for this question, we have to draw up a compass, okay, on the side here. And we're going to do the intermediate ones as well. So we have never eat soggy Weet-Bix, north, east, southwest. So we go around. This would be northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. Okay? So we are using a map and he's walking in these directions. How did he turn? Okay, so we're going to start with south. From south to southeast, how many degrees is that? If you look at it, that's a half of a quarter. Okay, the quarter is 90 degrees, so that must be 45. We're at 45. Now from south, he's going to go north. Okay, he's gone through 3 of these 8 slices. So 3 times 45 is 135. Write that one down. And then we have north to east. So we're actually going backwards, right? But we're going to add up all the degrees anyway. So we're going to add it up 90 degrees. And then from east to south, we have another 90 degrees. And we add it all up. 5 5s are 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 9 plus 7 is 6, carry the 1. We get 360 as our answer. And that's option D. For question 3, we actually had to track where Andy went by what he did, okay? So we're kind of working backwards in this case. So Andy's mum, Susan, tells Andy that the washing machine was full. So we're going to find a bit of information that has to do with the washing machine, and it's in the 3rd dot point here. If Andy did not do the laundry, then the washing machine is empty. What does that mean? Since the washing machine is full, Andy did the laundry. Okay, did the laundry. Now we have a new bit of information. We're going to use that and try and find another sentence. Yeah, the last one. If Andy did the laundry, then he did not watch the TV. Well, that means he must not have watched the TV because we know that he did the laundry. So now from this TV one, we're going to go here. Andy left his homework in the living room if he was watching TV. Well, he was not watching TV, so that means he must not have left it in the living room. And the last one here, he either left his homework in the garage or the living room. Well, we know for sure it's not the living room, so it must be the garage. So option A is the answer. So just slowly working backwards from what we know and linking it to other sentences that have similar wording is the key here. Okay, detecting reasoning error. So for these questions, I want you to try and find the key kind of idea that's stated in the passage and also the reasoning, okay, or the opinion at the end. So we know that there's this law that makes it mandatory for the minimum wage to be $25 an hour. If this did not exist, businesses will be able to treat employees unfairly and pay them how low they want. That's the main kind of argument. Then the argument proceeds to go on and say, therefore, by having this law in place, employees will continue to unfairly receive low pay. Now, this is the exact thing that this law will ensure against, right? Because it is mandatory to pay a minimum of $25. So they actually have flipped their argument or gone against their own argument. So that's why the flaw is A. This law will ensure all employees are treated fairly and equally, not the other way around, unfairly and receiving low pay. Okay, 5. What is an underlying assumption? So remember, assumptions are things that aren't directly or explicitly stated in the paragraph, but they are some things that either you might think or they want you to think, okay? So we know that between this time, there was a big decline in the numbers of carrots produced. It used to be 500 tons, now there's only 30 tons. In 2019, a new law was introduced to remove all rabbits from the farms. After this law was introduced, farms began to produce 500 tons of carrots per year again. So the only thing that they've told us in this paragraph that was changing, okay, that was varied, was this removal of rabbits. And behold, it came back to normal, okay? So this might not be the only reason, or there might be an additional reason in between the rabbits and the carrots, okay? But we don't know that. So the assumption here is that the rabbits are the things that were creating the loss of carrots. So B is the answer. Okay, a problem-solving question. So we have bottle A, and this contains 18 pills, okay? And this has a 190 gram mass. And we have bottle B. This contains 10 pills only and has 150 gram mass. So if you look at the difference here, okay, you realize that the difference is 40 grams, isn't it? And this 40 grams must be the difference of pills. So 8 pills must equal 40 grams because that's the only thing that's changing. The bottle stays the same, the 10 initial pills stay the same. The only thing that's changing is the 8 additional pills in A. So by doing that, we know that 1 pill must equal 40 divided by 8, which is 5 grams. Now remember, they ask us for the mass of the bottle. So what we're going to do is look at B. If each pill is 5 grams, 5 grams times 10 pills will be 50 grams, right? The whole thing is 150. So if the insides are 50 grams, then the bottle must be 150 minus 50, which is 100 grams, or option D. Okay, finding correct reasoning. So we have some prizes for the top 3 cheeseburger eaters, and for each cheeseburger you eat after the 10th one, you get a bonus $10. So let's check Aiden's reasoning. Sally won $80. This means that she came third and ate 13 cheeseburgers. So let's test it. If Sally came third, that means she must have gotten $50. Now 13 burgers is 3 over 10, right? So that means that we have $30. So if we add these together, you get 80, which is in fact what we said she got. So Aiden's reasoning is correct. Now Margot says Vincent won the whole competition, eating 25 cheeseburgers in total. This means he won $350. Okay, so if he won the whole competition, he got $200 straight away because he's the first one. Now he ate 25 cheeseburgers. How many over 10 is that? That's 15 over 10. So what is it? 15 times 10. So 15 over 10. 15 times $10 is 150. I'm going to add that up and you get 350, which is what we expected. So Margot's reasoning is also right. So the answer here is C. Both Aiden and Margot are correct. And last question for today, we're looking for the flaw of the argument. So again, similar to what we did before, let's find the main gist of the argument and find if the opinion, what the error is in the opinion, okay, or in the conclusion. So during the COVID outbreak, there have been many strict guidelines introduced for overseas travel. Essential rules that we must obey to wear face masks all the time, and if they don't, they will have big finds. Now here comes the conclusion. This rule means that people are more likely to spread the virus around both on planes and airports. So what is going on? Well, they've again contradicted themselves by doing the exact opposite or concluding with the exact opposite opinion to what they started with. We don't know which one is the actual opinion. This might be what they actually believe, okay? But what they've done is contradicted themselves by not supporting their main bit here with a flow-on conclusion. So the answer here is D, okay? Because in their main bit, in the yellow bit, we've stated that because of this outbreak, we have strict guidelines and we must wear face masks, okay? And the assumption is it's to protect us and other people. So the face mask will reduce the chance of the virus spreading as opposed to increasing the chances. Because if it increased the chances, why would we wear it, right? So D is the answer. Okay, so looking at some key points from this test, I'm going to go to number 3, and it was the coordination and angles one. Okay, so for coordination and angles, okay, or coordinates, sorry. Okay, these questions, I want you to draw a compass and remember key degrees. So what do I mean by that? If it's from north to south, what would it be? 180, right? 180 degrees. If it was from north to east, for example, it would be 90 degrees. Okay. What about from north to northeast? So halfway between, it'll be 45 degrees. So knowing these off by heart will really aid you in going a bit faster and being more confident in your answers. Another one is detecting reasoning errors. We did a couple of those today. I'll just do detecting errors. For these questions, I want you to check if the final statement or conclusion, okay, matches up with the information provided beforehand. So in these questions, it usually won't, okay? I don't want you to go off with what you know, okay? Don't use your personal knowledge, okay, for this question. So example, in that last question 8, if they were to state that wearing face masks is bad, okay, and that it will actually help spread the virus, and they've supported that clearly throughout their argument, then you need to believe it, okay? Well, you don't need to believe it, but you need to use that information in your multiple choice answering. Or even if they said something like, all birds are reptiles, okay? We know clearly that's false, but if they said it and they have clear supporting evidence in their paragraph, then you must use what's there, not use your own knowledge. Hopefully that video was helpful for you guys, and until next time, please review those key points. Thanks and take care.